Hey, what's going on, everybody? Red Ronald Music here, bringing you another video. Today I wanted to talk about 3 things that the crew did best. Recently I went back to the crew just for the hell of it. I saw it on my games and apps on Xbox, and I was like, oh, I haven't played that in a while, let's see what it's like. So I got on there, I took a bit of a road trip, and then I came up with these 3 things that I think this game actually did very well, and it did receive credit for it, but it also instilled some hype in me for the crew too. It's hard to compare this game to my usual sim racers that I play because they're more realistic and it's a completely different type of genre, but I am comparing this to other arcade free roam racing games like Need for Speed or Forza Horizon. Also, there are obviously some things that this game didn't do too well and they kind of irk me as a racing fan, but we're gonna keep this video positive, and this is just the 3 things that the crew did right. First thing is the map. This is obvious, like hands down, you know about the map whether you played the game or not. I don't think there's another map in a game that is this large. I remember timing it once with a friend. We did like a road trip from I think Miami to Seattle, and it took us like over 30 minutes and we were going full throttle. The map is so big that I was actually going to include a clip of me driving from one side of the map to the other and fast forward for this part of the video, but I decided against that because it was still going to be too long. This map is insane. Yes, there are plenty of dead areas where there's like one road and a house to represent the entire town, but the fact that you can plan a road trip and feel like you actually went somewhere and like accomplish something is pretty crazy. I know in Forza Horizon games, which I do love, I bash them all the time kind of, but I love them. In those games, your free roaming is basically you getting in a car at a garage, driving for a while to another garage, getting in another car, going to the next garage, and it's just like a relay race of garages and cars. Like there's nothing to actually explore. I've been playing the crew for a while. It's not my main game and I don't play it too often, but when I do play it, it's usually for like a couple hours at a time, and there's still huge chunks of the map that I haven't even explored yet. Like the entire north section of the Midwest or anything like around Texas, I don't even think I've been to yet. The second thing the crew did very well is the customization. I think the customization in the crew is unmet. The last game that I'm aware of that had car customization that came anywhere close to this was Midnight Club, an all-time great, and the new Need for Speed series, which does it decently. There are some cars that you just cannot do anything to, which bother me in Need for Speed, but that's whatever. I'm like personally on the fence about the whole new Need for Speed series. In the crew, you can build multiple spec vehicles from full stock, street, performance, dirt, raid, and circuit. So you have like a bunch of different types of builds you can do with each car. I'm sure some of them you can't do certain things, but that's whatever. I wouldn't expect like a Dodge Ram to be like some circuit racing car. Each car gets a bunch of different wheels and parts and body kits and whatnot to choose from, and each spec will also allow some sort of mods that can be used for that class, such as like wide body kits, lift kits, or snorkels or something if you're doing off-roading. This is also one of the few games that you can customize the interior of your car as well. You can't do too much like Midnight Club where you'd be able to change the steering wheel or like shift knobs or gauge clusters or anything like that, but you can still change the color and like certain materials from like aluminum or wood or carbon fiber, and it's pretty cool that they allow you to do that. Forza's slowly creeping into this customization stuff, but I think it's hard for them since they're trying to keep everything fairly realistic without changing the cars too much, and I feel like if you wanted to throw like a snorkel kit on a BMW M2, that would just be bizarre, and I don't know if they would know how to do that. The third thing is bikes. This may be the only arcade racer of its kind since Midnight Club to feature bikes that I'm aware of. I do pay attention to the racing like community and stuff like that, and I don't remember any game in between Midnight Club LA and this that had bikes that was like a big game. I've always rather enjoyed motorcycles, and they were arguably one of the most fun parts about Midnight Club LA, besides the ridiculous mods of school buses on 32-inch wheels or whatever. But I normally play with my wheels and pedals, and if you follow my channel and you're subscribed to me, you would know that, and if you're not, go ahead and hit that button, why not give it a shot? But yeah, I use a steering wheel and pedals and a stick shift, and even on a motorcycle that kind of feels at home. Like they did some weird way of balancing it and it works perfectly fine. Like it's not, you would assume it would be weird, but it's doable and it actually kind of makes sense. I could switch from a car to a motorcycle and back and forth and everything feels perfectly fine. My only concern is how will people like me that use the wheel be able to fly planes in the Crew 2? Boats are more or less the same thing as a car and bike, and bikes are alright, but how will I be able to like pull back and take off in a plane, or is that not a thing? You just spawn it in the air. Anyways, I guess we'll find out in the beta, which I am signed up for, and I will be showing off on the channel when it comes around. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can be ready for those videos and more. Anyways, those are my 3 things the Crew did right. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button below. And if you have any other thoughts or opinions on what the Crew did right or wrong, let me know in that comment section below. Thanks for watching, everybody. See y'all next time. Peace.